Okay, hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's donation readings. As per usual, the readings will be in alphabetical order. I have a maximum of 10 questions this week, which we already have 10 questions. If you guys were not able to get in this week, I do still have spots. Well, actually, I take that back. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this next week. So hold on to that. If I announce it in my stories, I will. If not, please do not send donations because I may not be doing it next week. Okay, so we're going to dive in. Questions will be answered in alphabetical order. This will be going live on YouTube with timestamps for each specific name. Here on Instagram, I cannot add timestamps, unfortunately, but I will still be uploading the reading with the order of the questions asked. Jesus. Okay. So we are going to start off with Adyluz. Adyluz was asking, will Arturo and I, Adyluz, reconcile romantic and passionate side of our marriage? Adyluz is October 14th and Arturo is August 7th. So Adyluz, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the most likely outcome between you and Arturo over the next 6 months to see if it's likely that you guys will not reconcile the romantic and passionate side of your marriage, and then we will see. So first things first, give me one card for the most likely outcome between the two of you over the next 6 months. Will you likely reconcile the romantic and passionate side of your marriage? Hello, everybody. Nice. I love that you specifically asked about passion because I do see passion showing up here. I do see a lot of passion. I do see specifically you feeling very, very confident, very, very attractive, very much in the energy of like the Queen of Wands, which is an amazing energy when you're talking about feeling yourself, being passionate, being excited. I do love that. I'm going to clarify this though because I want to see more specifically like what's going on in the marriage. So give me 3 cards for the Queen of Wands. Okay. I don't necessarily see the passion, the romance coming back to the marriage per se. I do still see this marriage relationship. I'll call it a relationship or a connection. I do still see that being there. The energy for that connection, essentially staying as a connection, is still very much there. I don't necessarily see passion, excitement, romance coming back. Quite the opposite. I see you embodying a lot more of that. I'm feeling myself. I'm focused on myself. I'm really putting myself first type of energy, specifically when it comes to the physical aspect. I do not necessarily see that coming back into the marriage. But let me clarify the 4 of Cups and the Star to get a little bit more clarity on that. Okay. The marriage is still very much there. And specifically, I do see, again, up until this point, you or your partner, like either you or Arturo or the both of you have felt quite unhappy, quite disappointed, for lack of a better term, when it comes to this marriage. Okay. But I do see that divine balance is getting restored here. Divine balance is getting restored. Now, I do have to mention, divine balance doesn't necessarily mean all the problems get worked out, right? Divine balance literally just means you guys are not up and down anymore. There's none of this like tumultuous energy. It's just balanced. It's like, think of it like a seesaw, right? Right now, you're like up, down, up, down, up, down. Divine balance is literally like the universe is like, okay, now you're level. it doesn't necessarily mean that it's leveled the way you want it to be leveled, you know? But at least the tumultuous, difficult, like up and down energy, I do see that coming to an end. And I also see the disappointing part coming to an end. Whatever you're unhappy about, that's also coming to an end. But I don't necessarily see the romance, the passion, the excitement. I don't see that coming back either. Let's clarify the star here. It's hard. It's hard. And again, I don't know whose energy this is because we're asking about the marriage as a whole. Somebody here is showing me, I want the other person to take action. I want the other person to stop being so closed off, stop holding back, stop being in this energy of just like literally being kind of like a hermit, like closed off, sitting in place. I'm not doing anything. I'm not taking action. Somebody is showing me like, I want the other person to stop being that way. Like stop being so difficult, stop being so hard to deal with. Like, I just want you to do something to bring about like much more positive energy, much more romantic energy, much more positivity. The star is literally all about, when you see stars in the sky, it's the darkest part of the night. And you know that any point moving forward, it's only going to get brighter, right? And that's what somebody is showing me here. Like, I want us to get past this difficult, hard energy, and I want us to get to like the better energy, the more positive energy, the bright energy. And the reason this is so difficult is because somebody here is not budging. Somebody here is just sitting there on their throne, not budging, not taking action, and the other person showing me like, I want you to do something. So again, I don't know if this is you, I don't know if this is your person, take it as it resonates, but short answer to your question, I don't see, again, at least over the next 6 months, that it is likely that that romantic and passionate side of the marriage will come back. Again, you have free will. Arturo has free will. You guys can change this at any point. This is just the most likely outcome based on the current energies. Okay. Let me switch decks and then I will move on to my next question. Okay, the next question. Sorry, let me just adjust in this chair. The next question is from Akolesh. Akolesh. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Anyways. Hey, kiddo. Hope you're doing well. You guys, the way you start your emails cracks me up. Hey, kiddo. Virgo, Aries, Libra have been in my 9OP, QOP healing energy for a bit. No person in my trajectory at the moment. How do present future energies look? November's Virgo reading resonates. Okay, perfect. Now I know who this is, but I don't know if they want me to identify them by name, so I'm just going to go by Akolesh. So what we're going to look is we're going to look at the most predicted energies that you can expect. Oh my God, this chair is so comfortable. The most predicted energies that you can expect over the next 6 months. Again, keep in mind these are predicted. It's not a guarantee. It's not set in stone. You have free will. You can change this at any point. These are just the most likely energies based on the current energies. And we'll see if there's any, romantic energy, other energy that you can anticipate. Let's see. So give me 3 cards for the most likely energies you can expect to experience over the next 6 months. Passionate new beginning. Oh. Okay. So I don't know if you are looking for love or not, but I do see a rekindling here. I do see something coming back. Vicky, these questions are people that already did the donation readings. They paid in advance, and I'm just answering their questions now. If you'd like to sign up for next week's donation reading, send me a DM. I might be doing it. I might not. I haven't decided yet. So Akolesh, I don't know if you're looking for love or a new beginning or rekindling something, but I do see a rekindling showing up here following an ending. So you and this person have history. It could be romantic. It could be romantic. It could also be friend, family member. I'm leaning more towards romance because you're showing me I'm very attracted to this person. This person could also be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And you also look at them as like somebody that you want commitment with. You are, at least they're in the box of like higher levels of commitment. And again, the energies are very intense. Out of these 3 cards, 2 of them are already major arcana, which is letting me know that, again, these are very, very, very intense energies. Let's clarify. Let's take a look at the Ace of Wands. Okay. So I do see at least the desire. Okay. I don't actually see this happening, unfortunately. You're showing me I'm not giving up hope on the fact that at some point me and whoever this person is can have a brand new beginning here in the 3D world. Now, you're not being specific as to whether or not you want it to be a romantic new beginning, a passionate new beginning, love, whatever. You're not being very specific on that, but you are showing me 2 aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, which means you definitely want a new beginning. And you're also not like, if I came up to you right now and I was like, yeah, highly unlikely, you're like, well, I'm still going to hold on to hope here. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's the energy. I do see, though, that nothing has actually transpired or happened between you and this person for quite some time. You're showing me the Page of Pentacles, which is letting me know, like, literally nothing or less than nothing has been happening between me and this person here in the 3D world. But even over the next 6 months, you are still holding on to hope that you guys could have a new beginning, that you could start over, that you could rekindle this in some capacity and essentially judgment, revive it from the dead, bring it back. Let's take a look at the world. Ace of Cups, you're all about this new beginning, aren't you? Wow. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Like, you're showing me I want a new beginning, and now you're being very specific. It's a new beginning in love. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for. You're showing me things ended. We can close out that cycle. We can start a brand new cycle. Especially with the moon here, though, there's a lot of unknowns. So if you were a betting man, or if I were like, hey, you have to put your money on this will happen versus this won't happen, you're like, honestly, it's a 50-50 chance. I don't know, but I am maintaining my optimism here. I am trying to stay positive when it comes to this new beginning in love, because it is something that you genuinely want. But in terms of like, you're showing me like if I had to put my money where my mouth is, I would maybe put like 55 yes, 45 no. Like it's almost like 50-50 split. You are very optimistic about this though. Very, very, very optimistic, very positive vibes too. Like your energy is not down and, oh gosh, this is so hard. It's just very much like, this is what I want. I think it'll happen. I'm manifesting it. Good vibes, good energy. Very upbeat. I like it. Let's take a look at the Hierophant. Okay, this could be specifically with this person, or it could be just in general when it comes to commitment. Take it as it resonates. I can't see specifics because obviously this is not like an in-depth reading. I'm going to say commitment as a whole, but it could also be specifically commitment with this person, okay? You have a lot of anxiety and not so positive energy tied up to your beliefs around commitment. You're showing me that you may have a fear that there's like just too much resistance, too many walls when it comes to this person. And that like, no matter how much you try or no matter what you do, it's just something in the foundation between the two of you is not solid. It's not stable. It's almost, I'm not going to say doomed to fail because you don't believe that. But there's definitely an energy of like, it's wall after wall after wall. And there's so much resistance to the point where it's like, I don't know if it's not uphill battle. It's just kind of an energy of like, I don't know if this is like we can't build past a certain point, right? Kind of like a house of cards. Or if there's something in the foundation between the two of you, which you fear may not be sustainable or stable, because you keep showing me like anytime I deal with commitment, either with this specific person or as a whole, it's wall after wall after wall after wall. And you're like, I want to figure out how to successfully overcome this. I want to figure out how to successfully like not keep hitting these consistent walls. But because there are so many walls, because there is so much resistance, there's also a little bit of fear for you where it's like, maybe I'm missing the sign. Maybe the universe is trying to be like, hey, you know, there's a lot of walls for a reason. You're meant to stay out of this, whatever this is. And I'm just like missing that. Again, it's a fear. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying that that may pop into your head. But again, I don't really see anything. We asked about general energies. They all came up geared towards love. So clearly your love life is very much on your mind. But yeah, I don't see necessarily any shift or anything like that. But I also don't see it being stuck. There is things happening on an energetic level, not much that you would notice here in the 3D world. Okay, let's take a look at the third question from Alexandra. I'm a Taurus, he's a Capricorn. How does he feel about me after briefly talking again? Let's take a look. Give me 3 cards for how your Capricorn feels about you after briefly talking again. Okay. Okay, so his heart is definitely open, and he's showing me the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. His heart is open up again to the fact that, like, you know, maybe the emotion is still there. Maybe the feelings are still there. And I say maybe because he's kind of like being very cautiously optimistic about this. He's trying to be very, very logical. That's the first energy that comes out. It's like, put your thinking cap on, put your logical cap on. But the emotional door is still very open as far as he's concerned. And beyond that, he's also showing me we're making progress. Slow progress. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the entire tarot deck, but it is still movement. Although it's like, you know, basically snail's pace, it is still movement. And he's showing me we're moving in a specific direction. So let's see. We'll start off with the King of Swords. I want to see what he's trying to be so logical about. Okay, so what he essentially wants to do right now, and this is him, he's a male earth sign. What he essentially wants to do right now is to really heal this. Heal the energies with you, heal me, logical snail, gotta love that about him. Yeah. He really does want to heal the energies. Now, it is beautiful because he's showing me I want to heal things between us here in the 3D world. And I also want us to be able to move from this like difficult energy that we're in into much more positive, much brighter energies. Now, you ask, why would you want to do this? What is the, oh, Mr. Logical. Okay, thanks. Why would you want to do this? Ace of Cups. He wants a new beginning in love with you. So he's trying to be very strategic about how to go about healing things between the 2 of you and how to essentially move you guys into like better energies, a better direction. He hasn't completely figured out the game plan yet, but you will see him coming in with like the strategy in terms of like, he's not a dummy. He knows what to do. He knows like, I text her once, I call her twice, we do this, this, and this makes her happy. And then, you know, we meet up for coffee once. It's all very, very, I don't want to say planned out because that just sounds like bad, right? But it is all very, very methodical and strategic and planned out. And I know up until this point, you guys have just had like a little simple, brief conversation. Those were just examples. But this is not going to be the end of it. Like, this brief conversation was kind of like him getting the ball rolling. It was step one out of this like 100-step plan. Let's take a look at the Page of Cups. Girl, he's manifesting this new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. He is manifesting this new beginning. It's still very like early days for him. He's showing me like there's, you know, the road ahead is not laid out for us. The road, like, I don't know exactly where we're going with this, but he's like, I want a new beginning. Again, we're not even talking about the romantic one. I just want to start over. I wanted to have some sort of new beginning, like turning over a new leaf. And now I'm kind of like not only more optimistic about that idea, but like my emotional door, I realize that it's still open. Like, I still care, for lack of a better term, but he's showing me like beyond us essentially like having this new start, I don't know what's going to come up ahead. I don't know where this is going. But he has been wanting to start over, to have this like new beginning with you, and he's showing me like I've achieved my manifestation. Beyond that, I don't know. Very optimistic energies. Very, very optimistic energies. Let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles to see which direction he thinks y'all are moving in, albeit very, very slowly. Okay. How many cards came out? Just two. I need one more, please. Give me one more for the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I would say for you, do not expect any fast progress. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if you just suddenly don't hear from him for the next 2, 3, whatever weeks. He's showing me like I'm optimistic. I'm positive about this. I feel like we're moving in a good direction, but it's not straight shot. Remember, he still doesn't know, beyond like having a new beginning with you, he doesn't know exactly where he wants to go. And especially him being so methodical and strategic, he needs to know where he's going. And right now he doesn't. He doesn't know what's ahead. There's going to be a lot of meandering for him. There's going to be a lot of back and forth. He's going to fluctuate between energies of optimism, being open, talking, maybe even liking your Instagram post or whatever, and then complete emotional detachment. It's literally between the Eight of Cups and the Page of Wands. It's going to be a slow process for him to figure out like, okay, well, which energy do I settle on? But that's only going to happen once he figures out where he wants you guys to go. And again, right now, he's still unsure on like, I guess like what the end goal is or where he wants to take this, because up until this point, he's only had the goal of like, okay, let's just start over. Let's turn over a new leaf. Let's, restore communication, which you guys did. And then now what? He doesn't really know. So you may notice a little bit of like back and forth with him. It's not going to be whiplash. I don't want to say whiplash because I don't see him being immensely hot or immensely cold. He is an earth sign, so he is moving very, very slow, very methodically, very carefully. But you may notice a little bit of, you hear from him, you don't. He's positive, he's gone, right? That kind of an energy. That suits me though. Okay, then perfect. There you go. Problem solved. But overall, very, very positive energies. Very, very, very positive energies. A lot of optimism. A lot of like, I didn't think I still had these feelings. I didn't think I still cared, but I do kind of an energy, which personally I love. I don't know why do men want new beginnings with women. Girl, honestly, I have so many why questions. Why do men do anything? Just kidding. Just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's move on to Anna G. I'm a Gemini sun. He's an Aquarius sun. What's the most likely outcome between the two of us over the next 6 months? Is it actually over? You're a Gemini. He's an Aquarius. So give me one card for the most likely outcome between the two of you over the next 6 months. Is it actually over? I'm glad you enjoyed that. Okay, it's not over, but it's not much. It's not much. And you may not like the energy that he's coming in with. It's very childish. It's very immature. It's very breadcrumb. But let's see. Let's clarify. Okay. Okay. It's not much. So again, it's not that it's over. It's not that there's a disconnect. It's not like, I don't know how much you want me to like share on here. So I'm kind of like watching my words, but it's not like he's like just going to completely disconnect and be like, I'm done. No, but he's also not giving you much beyond flirtation, empty words. It's going to fluctuate between, borderline romantic energy, kind of like, oh, I miss you, I've been thinking about you, stuff like that, and then complete silence, right? Because at the end of the day, and again, this is his perception. I'm not saying this is the case. This is his perception. He's like, I'm the one in control of this relationship, right? What I say goes, what I want to have happens. Like, I'm the emperor. I'm the one that kind of like navigates this ship. So let's clarify. I want to start off with the Knight of Cups to see what this emotion is. Like, what is he actually coming in with? So he's very conflicted because, he has the devil at the bottom of the deck. Him expressing emotions to you, he views it almost as like an addiction. He doesn't view it as something positive per se. It's not like, oh, I'm coming in and I'm like, I want to be with her. I'm sharing my feelings. I'm expressing my emotions. It's almost like I refuse to let her go. It's like borderline obsessive a little bit. But it's not commitment. It's not commitment. It's not relationship. It's not even anything beyond, I care about you. I think about you. I miss you. I want to say like empty words, but it's like it's romance without any substance behind it, right? Because he's very conflicted. On the one hand, he's showing me, like, I know that I can't give her anything beyond what I'm giving her at this point. The emotions, the words, the online flirting, maybe occasionally something happening. I know I can't give her anything beyond that. But on the other hand, I also don't want to give her up. I don't want to let her go. Like, I want to hold on to her, right? And he's aware, again, that it's like borderline like an obsession, but it's also not healthy. It's not healthy because, again, we just covered why it's not healthy. But that's how he looks at it. Let's take a look at the Hermit. Also, for those of you that have questions today, if you would like to book a personal reading, I do have some availability left for this week. So just go ahead and send me an email. And we can see if I have availability for a reading for you based on like the timetable that you guys had in mind. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's essentially showing me, like, I'm trying to dive deep to figure out, like, what do I do here? Because you bring him a lot of happiness. You also bring him a lot of emotional pain, right? And it's not that he's saying you are causing the emotional pain. Being in touch with you, being in contact with you, interacting with you is really what causes him that emotional pain. But he's showing me, and again, this is his perception. He's like, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Like, I'm stuck because if I let her go, then I'm going to experience the pain and it's going to suck. If I keep holding on to her, it's unhealthy, but she does make me happy, but it's kind of like an unhealthy obsession, right? And so he's showing me like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he's really trying to introspect to figure out, what do I want? What should I do? The thing is, though, he's not coming to any answers. He's just kind of in this energy of just sitting there of like, oh, well, this sucks. I don't know what to do. And then he's just staying there. He's just staying stuck in that energy. This is giving a little bit of procrastination. It's giving a little bit of, I don't want to lose you, but I also can't give you anything beyond what I'm giving you, but I also don't want to lose you, so I'm just going to sit here. Like, if you look at this guy, he's sitting here under this tree, right? And he's just sitting there. Just sitting. He's not moving. He's not doing anything. And when he gets up, he's going to be in the same position he was when he sat down under that tree. And that's kind of the energy that he's giving me. Very much like it's not complain, but it's kind of like, oh, well, stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't know. And then that's it. Let's take a look at the Emperor. Oh. Yeah. So, again, this is his perception. I'm not saying that this is like the facts, okay? I'm just saying this is like, we're talking to him. This is his perception. He's like, I'm good. I'm really good with like this exchange of energies that we have right now. Whatever title you want to put on it, he's good with it. Whether it's, you want to call it friends with benefits, relationship, whatever you want to call it, he's showing me it's an exchange of energies. I'm good with it. Not only am I good with it, it kind of allows me to have my cake and eat it too, in a way, because there is love. There is love here. He's showing me I love her. I know she loves me back. Okay, so there is love there. I want to point that out. But there's also this energy of, I get you, but then I can also get attention and energy from multiple other people, whether it's one other person or multiple other people. And so it's kind of this energy of like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in control. I'm feeling great about this whole situation. Because this way, he doesn't lose you. He still gets to exchange energies with you in whatever capacity he's comfortable with. And he also gets to kind of like, again, I don't know if this is one other person or multiple other people that he's showing me like I'm exchanging energies with them too. But like, he gets to do all that. So he kind of gets to have the best of all the worlds, So he's like, I feel good about this. So to answer your question, no, it's not over. But if you're looking for progress, if you're looking for anything beyond what you're getting right now, it also seems highly unlikely that that's going to happen. Whew. Okay. Wow. Y'all are coming in with the energies today. Okay, so that was Anna G. Let's take a look at Carolyn. We are going to look at, I'm a Sag. What is the most likely outcome with Will, who's a Taurus, in the next 2 months? He said he needs to let me go because it's too unhealed. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the most likely outcome between you and Will over the next 2 months. He's a Taurus, you are a Sag. Give me one card for the most likely outcome. Oh, I fucking hate, oops, I'm not supposed to cuss on this. I hate this card. I'm glad it resonated for you. I don't like this card. The Knight of Wands is my fuck boy. My gosh, I have to stop cussing. My F-boy card. Let me clarify this. I don't like this card at all because it's like not only very inconsistent energy, it's very much like unpredictable. It's very, very, very unpredictable. And I don't like that. I'm an earth sign, so obviously we don't do unpredictability. But let's see. Oh. Okay. So I have good news and I have not so great news. You mentioned, I hope it's okay that I'm reading. He said he needs to let me go because it's too unhealed. He will in fact not let you go. Okay? So I don't know if that's good news or bad news. He is not going to let you go. But he's also going to keep this connection stuck at a certain level. What I mean by that is there is exchange of energies here. There's back and forth, talking, texting, whatever. He does care for you. He really does. And he views you as, like, to the best of his ability, like a romantic relationship. Okay? And there's emotion here. He's expressing emotion. I miss you. I'm thinking about you, blah, blah, blah. But the Knight of Wands is the main energy. This is inconsistent AF. This is like the positive energies, and I don't see commitment here. I don't see stability. I don't see longevity. So let's clarify. And JN Stu, I'm not taking questions right now. These are from people that actually signed up earlier in the week. If you would like to join next week's donation reading, just go ahead and send me a DM for all the details. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles, Carolyn. Yep. Here's the thing with him, though. He does want commitment. He does. He's showing me, I do want a stable, successful, long-term relationship. That's what I want. And in exchanging, and again, he's showing me that's what I want. When somebody wants something, it means they don't have it. Okay? He does want to rekindle this with you. He does want to, like, exchange energies and interact and talk and all of that, with the desire of, like, a long-term relationship, but he's stopping it before it gets to that. And so again, also with the Star, he has the desire for commitment. It's not that he doesn't want commitment with you. It's not that he doesn't want stability. He does, but he's stopping it just before it gets to that point. It's like, we can exchange energies, we can talk, we can interact, we can, I'll see this in a second, equal give and take, all of that. But before it gets to commitment, before it gets to relationship, before it gets to anything long-term, stop. Let's clarify the Two of Cups, because this is actually love. So why is he showing this to me? Yeah, it's hard for him. He wants a new beginning in love with you. He really does. And he does view you as a soul connection, whatever that means to him. But he's showing me it's just hard. It's hard for me to, like, get clear on the emotional aspect of this. I don't know why. Again, I don't know how much I can, like, share or not. But, like, I don't know why specifically the emotional aspect of romance, of love, of a relationship, why that's really, like, the hard part for him here. But it is. It's not you. It's not even commitment, because he's showing me I want commitment. It's just the emotional part that comes along with a romantic relationship. He's showing me that's the hard part. That's the not so great part. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups, because this is actual action. He was cheated on when he was married. He has major PTSD. Okay. Didn't know if I could share that or not. So again, I try to mince words. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. See, here's the thing. I have a hard time. Remember how I said I really dislike this energy? I don't dislike his energy. I hate the inconsistent part of it because his energy is good. He's coming in with good, like, intentions, I guess. Like, he's not coming in to play games. He's showing me, like, I genuinely know what I want. I just have a hard time not getting there, but I have a hard time with the emotional aspect of having what I want. So it's kind of like I want cake, but I also kind of want cake with no calories. You know, like, I don't want to have to deal with the difficult part of eating the cake type of example. There is a lot of internal conflict for him, which again, you would experience this as a lot of walls, tons of walls, which will inevitably lead to this ending. But I don't see him giving up on you. That's the thing. I don't. I see him being inconsistent. I see him in, out. But at the end of the day, he does want commitment with you. It's just he's showing me at this point, at least over the next 2 months, he has a hard time getting over the emotional component of the commitment that he desires with you. Because he's so guarded, there are still so many walls. And so you will receive emotion from him. Whether it's messages, I miss you, I'm thinking about you, you know, some sort of action. I don't see any cut here. I don't see any disconnect. I don't see anything like that. Not even an emotional detachment, by the way. But he is very, very guarded, which inevitably, for some reason, right, whether you end it or he end it, leads to this ending. But at least over the next 2 months, he's still there. He's still going to keep pursuing you from what I can tell, to some degree. It's just going to be very, very inconsistent, unfortunately. Man, it sucks because, like, I can't really even be mad at his energy because he's not coming in to play games. It's just, you know, he wants commitment with you. He just, he wants the cake with no calories. That's it. He doesn't want to deal with, like, the difficult part, which is the emotions of the commitment that he's looking for. Anyways. Okay, let's take a look at Ivona. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I am a Scorpio. He is a Virgo. Should we go our separate ways? So what I'm going to do, Ivona, is I'm going to pull. He has amazing energy. It's just so weird. Yeah, he really does have amazing energy. And he's also not, like, effing around in terms of, like, trying to play games. Yes, golden retriever, very much. It's just, like, again, the golden retriever has a hard time. I don't even know what example I was going to give. But yeah, he does have really good energy. It's just he's aware he has too many walls. Okay, Ivona, let's take a look. You asked, should we go our separate ways? I'm a Scorpio. He's a Virgo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the most aligned action for you when it comes to this connection. We're going to pull a tarot card. We're also going to pull an oracle card to see what you should do. I don't obviously, like, give advice or anything like that. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. And so I also don't like the should, would, totally up to you. So let's just take a look at the most aligned action for you to take and what you need to keep in mind. And then you can decide if you should or should not go your separate ways. So give me one card for the most aligned action for you to take when it comes to your Virgo. Yes, girl. Independence, singlehood, like the universe is literally like, get crystal clear on this. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. Okay. Oh, Ivona. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, girl. Go your separate way. It seems very, very difficult, but you all are meant to be single. It's aligned for you. It's aligned for your Virgo. And the universe is like, you know this. On some level, you know this. Like, if you look at this logically, black and white, take your feelings out of it, take anything out of it, you know that you're meant to be single and you guys are meant to go your separate ways. Wow. Let me clarify. I'm kind of curious as to why. That was the most, like, usually I have to clarify to get the answer. But the universe was just like screaming. It's like, nope, don't even ask anything else. Like, let's go your separate ways. Yes. And the universe, like, she knows this. It's hard, but she knows this. So let's see. Oh, I know this. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, at least the universe knows what you know. Let's see why. I'm just curious. This is just for my own curiosity. Yeah, you essentially know, again, as difficult as this is, right? You're going to have to, one of you is going to have to make the executive decision to kind of take control and be like, okay, we're going our separate ways. But, and again, either you or him, I feel like this is you. You know that essentially, like, you want to be happy, and staying in this connection is literally sabotaging your happiness, your emotional happiness, by the way. Emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness. It's literally like something about this connection or being with him really just sabotages and prevents you from being able to access your true emotional happiness. And the universe is like, it's way more aligned for you to just be on your own, focus on yourself, prioritize yourself. Like, this is what is meant for you. This is what's aligned for you. This is the energy that the universe is like, move in that direction. And especially with the fact that you already know this, like, yeah. Interesting. Okay, I still want to pull an oracle card because I said I would. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind about this connection, which it seems very aligned for you to go your separate way from. That's how I feel. Well, I'm glad you're very in tune and intuitive and aligned with the universe. A lot of people aren't really aware when the universe is talking to them, and it seems like you can definitely hear the universe. Yang, yeah, take action. It's going to be on you. Oh, you said you already took it. Yeah, you said you already took the action. Good job. The Yang card is very much an energy of like, take action. The action that you're taking is aligned for you. It's meant for you. It's in line with like the path that the universe is trying to guide you on. And you mentioned that you already decided to take that action. So it seems like whatever action you took is definitely aligned for you. And the universe agrees. The universe is like, good job. Oh, I love that. That was so clear, so straightforward. Love it. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad it resonated, Ivona. Okay, let's move on to Johanna. Johanna is an Aries. Raul is a Scorpio. Is Raul afraid to lose me? Is he worried I'll move on? Does he even care? Let's see, girl. Let's see. He's manipulative and possessive and draining my energy. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad that was like just so straight. Thank you for like sharing the energy so clearly. Okay, Johanna, let's take a look. I'm going to pull 3 cards for Raul's energies towards you. He's a Scorpio, you're an Aries. I want to see, is he afraid to lose me? Is he worried I'll move on? Does he even care? Let's see. Give me 3 cards for Raul's energies towards you. I'll see what fell out in a second. Okay. So I'm not going to say that he cares per se, because I haven't clarified yet. He still feels very connected to you. He still feels very, very attached to you, and more specifically attached to this connection. But he's showing me there's so much unhappiness between us that, and again, I'm just explaining the energies. I'm not trying to like be mean or anything. If you look at it like a pie, okay, 66% is he's looking at this logically. He's being practical. He's not letting his emotions get the better of him when he's trying to figure out what to do moving forward. There's 33% where he's like, I still feel attached. I still feel connected. So that attachment is there. That connection is still there. But the majority of his energy is really focused on, okay, let me try to figure this out. And we'll see what he's trying to figure out. But in his decision making, his emotion is not going to influence him. He right now is just like emotions off, purely logical, purely methodical, strategic, really, really looking at this like black and white, almost robotic. Let's take a look at the Queen of Swords. He does care. Sorry, I'm just going to sip my water real quick. He he does care. He still, surprisingly enough, views you two as the lovers, as like a soul connection, as a divine connection, okay? He is still very, very attached to you. But he's showing me I have my doubts. Like if I look at this, forget my feelings, forget my emotions. I have my doubts if like practically, we can get back to this place of balance. He's showing me like we've been so out of balance, either lately or for so long. He's not showing me a time period. And he's showing me like, I just don't know if we can get back to this place of balance between us. And he's not even saying like reconciliation or anything. He's literally showing me like just balance. I just want the energies between us to be balanced. This is the biggest thing for him, is the balance. And also, again, he wants to make sure that he's not letting his feelings or his, he views you two as the lovers, right? He wants to make sure that that's not clouding his judgment. And if he assumes or gets to this conclusion of like, yeah, we can achieve balance, that it is purely like a logical, practical decision, like black and white, 100% guarantee. If we decide to pursue this, we can get back to a place of balance. He doesn't know if you guys can or can't, which is why he's kind of like still trying to figure out. This isn't any signs. This is donation reading. So people donate throughout the week. And then on Tuesday, I answer their questions. Let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles, see what he's trying to figure out. There's so much resistance. He doesn't want to give up on this. He really doesn't, but he's showing me there's just so much resistance. There's so much frustration. There's so much annoyance. Like, he knows what he wants, right? The balance. He's crystal clear on what he wants. He just literally doesn't know if you guys can get there. And that's what he's trying to figure out. He's like, I don't want to give up on this. I don't want to let go of this connection. But I'm also like really sick and tired of being frustrated, of being annoyed, of being, constantly hitting wall after wall after wall after wall. And that's what he's really trying to figure out. Like, am I just holding on to nothing, or am I holding on because this is going to get better at some point? Oh, thank you, Monica. I appreciate it. So he still hasn't like landed on an answer. He's not sure if it's a yes or a no. He's trying to figure out. Let's take a look at the Four of Wands, which is the bond that he feels when it comes to you. Yeah, here's the thing. This is the biggest thing for him. He really wants to make sure that whatever decision he makes, it's like if he were to talk to a robot, this is what the robot would take in. Like it would run all the statistics, run all the possible outcomes, and the robot would reach the same conclusion that Raul reaches. But of course, Raul doesn't have this robot. And so that's why he's still thinking. He's showing me I still feel very attached to her. I still feel very connected to her. But he knows, logically, if we take away his emotions, he's showing me, I know that I am much better off being single and on my own. I am much more emotionally fulfilled. I am much more emotionally balanced when I'm on my own. And he's showing me, I know this for a fact. Like, not maybe, not I'm thinking about it, not perhaps, like black and white. He knows he's better off on his own, doing his own thing, not having to answer to anybody. That's really what gives him emotional fulfillment, emotional stability. Like, that's really what he's good at. He knows this. But he also has this like desire of like, I still care for her and I don't want to give up on this, but maybe I'm holding on to nothing, And so to answer your question, like, does he still care? He does still care. It's not that he doesn't care. He does still care. But in terms of afraid of losing you, no. Afraid of you moving on, no. Like, his energy is purely focused on himself. And he's showing me like, I'm the one that has to figure out where this is going to go. And he's like, I'm in the driver's seat of this connection. So But he does still care. I will say that. He does still care. But he's not showing me any inkling of him afraid you'll move on, afraid of losing you, afraid of losing this connection, afraid that if he waits too long, you know, no, none of that. None of that. I'm sorry. Okay, so that was Johanna. Let's take a look at Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm a Pisces. I'm looking to move out of state and be closer to family by next summer. I'm curious to know what the energies see in terms of my career and my ability to have movement towards this goal. Oh, I love this. Okay, let's take a look at the energies. I'm going to pull 2 cards for the energies surrounding you moving out of state and being closer to your family by next summer. And then I'm also going to pull an oracle card to see what you need to keep in mind about that. Now, again, keep in mind, Jonathan, whether this is what you want to hear or not, this is just predicted. It's not a guarantee. You have free will. You can literally change this at any point. Okay? So give me 2 cards for the energies that you can expect when it comes to moving out of state and being closer to your family by next summer with regards to your career and your ability to have movement towards this goal. Give me 2 cards. Okay. Definitely a new beginning. I'm going to pull an oracle card before I clarify this. Your intuition's already talking to you about this, and you're a Pisces. I know damn well you can hear your intuition. We'll clarify this in a second. What do you need to keep in mind about this goal, about moving by next summer, being closer to your family? What do you need to keep in mind about movement towards this goal and career-wise? What are the energies surrounding that? Peace. Peace is one of the most positive cards that you can get. Bottom of the deck, you get flexible. And it's interesting because both of these cards look very similar. Are you moving to someplace that is greener, much more naturey, with much more greenery? Literally, like both of these cards look almost identical in terms of the background. Peace is a very, very positive card. It's kind of like the universe being like, hey, you can be at peace that what you want is going to happen. Just know that like the universe is coming in, delivering on your wishes. This is very, very positive. But I do want to get a little deeper, and I want to see what your intuition is telling you. Clarify the High Priestess for me. Yes. The scene is very, very aligned for you, okay? You're kind of holding back on making this decision 100%. It's almost like you're entertaining the idea, you're toying, definitely looking for peace. Well, you're going to find it, it seems. You're definitely like toying with this idea, okay? But you're still holding back on it in some capacity. It's almost like you don't want to get too excited about it. You're showing me like I'm optimistic about this, you know, it could be positive. But you're not like, I want this, I'm going to make this happen. You're still kind of reserving judgment about, is this aligned for me? Is this what I'm going to do? Is this going to make me, is this going to happen or not? Your intuition's telling you like, this is, I don't know specifically like, when it comes to moving next to your family or moving next summer, I don't know like what the end goal is, if it's for like your career or whatever, but it seems like you're definitely going to be stepping up and like elevating your energy and feeling a lot more balanced on a divine level. This isn't like emotionally balanced. This is more so just like you really stepping into kind of like divine energy and just kind of feeling more, I keep saying balance, but I'm trying to find a different word. But anyways, the whole point is this definitely does seem aligned for you. But the universe is showing me like deep down, he's trying to like be cautiously optimistic. He hasn't fully like, you know, been like, okay, this is happening. You're still holding back a little bit. Let's take a look at the 7 of Pentacles. see what you're evaluating here or trying to figure out here. Okay. What history do you want to put an end to this? What history are you trying to put an end to? I don't know if this has to do with a romantic relationship, history at your job. I'm going to describe the energy. You don't have to share if you don't want to, but I'm going to describe the energies. You're going to have to make sense of them, though. You're still trying to figure out whether taking this action will finally put an end, like complete death, like put an end to something or someone that you've got some not so great history with. It's somebody that's been in someone or something, right? It could be a job, could be a relationship that's been in your life for quite some time, okay? And you are very emotionally attached to whatever this is. And for some reason, you're trying to figure out, like, is by me moving, right? Like, will this actually put an end to all the stress, all the not so great energy that I have tied up to whatever this is? So it definitely seems like this move, it could just also be just energies in general, right? Like the place that you're in could be your job, it could be a relationship, it could be, I don't know, the street that you live on. It's almost like this move is aligned for you and you are thinking about it quite a bit. There's a little bit of hesitancy here. And so in terms of like, is this aligned for you? Is the universe like all green lights? Yeah, the universe is like, go ahead. This is definitely aligned for you. You can feel it. You can sense it. I don't feel like this move is coming from a place of fear. I feel like it's coming more from a place of this feels right to me. This feels aligned for me, which it is. The thing about, I don't see anything pertaining to your career like one way or the other. So I don't see like bringing in a ton of abundance. I also don't see it putting you in like a scarcity mode. But I feel like there is an underlying element to this move. Yes, I'm looking to have the large distance. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like there's an underlying energy to this move, which you haven't fully decided, either if this move is going to achieve that or if you actually want to like, you know, bite the bullet and just do it. You're still trying to figure that one out. But is it aligned? Yeah, it seems very aligned for you. And also it seems very likely that if you do decide to commit to this and you're like, you know what, this is what I want, the universe is like, okay, let's go. Like, let's make this happen. So yeah. Wow. Interesting. But yeah, I hope that helped. You know, a lot of people tell me that they're like, I don't know how you pick up on this. I really don't pick up on anything. And I also don't remember. Like when I do readings, I literally tune into some other plane, frequency, energies. Like once I start doing readings and once I'm done with the readings, I do not remember anything that I said. And somebody asked me a few days ago, they're like, how did you know? Like, how did you know? I'm like, I didn't know. The cards show me a picture. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. So yeah. But thank you guys. It's always nice to hear that, you know, I'm not just crazy. Okay. And yes, thank you. I'm glad it resonated. And if you want to keep me updated on how this goes, Jonathan, I would love to hear it. Okay, that was Jonathan. We've got Natalia N. What are Adam's intentions towards me? We are both Libras. So give me 2 cards for Adam's intentions towards you. I usually just pull 1 card. For some reason, I felt like I want to pull 2, Natalia. So I'm just going to pull 2. Because usually with intentions, I only pull 1. But let's see. Give me 2 cards for Adam's intentions towards you. We are both Libras. Okay, that's him. He's a male Libra. Wonderful, Adam. Thank you for not giving me any answers. His intention is to come in and offer you love. Offer you romance, I should say. Not necessarily love. That's his intention. I don't necessarily see 100% action quite yet. But let's clarify. Let's start off by clarifying this. The King of Swords, which is him. He's a male air sign. Yeah. Adam's intentions right now are to kind of figure out what Adam wants. Adam's showing me all options are on the table as far as I'm concerned. I'm not taking any action one way or the other. I'm still sitting back. I'm still holding back. Okay. I'm not taking any action. So I don't know if you guys are talking or not, but even if you are talking, it's very, very minimal. It's very, very minimal action. It's kind of like, I don't like using this word, but like breadcrumbs, for lack of a better term. And he's showing me like right now, all the options are on the table. All the intentions are on the table, right? We could literally move in any direction. Literally, whatever you can think of, he's like, yep, I'm entertaining that. So right now he's still trying to figure out like what his intentions are, because he's open to all possibilities and all energies and like any possible outcome between the two of you. Let's take a look at the Grimalkin though. He's confused. He's confused. He has no intentions at this point. He doesn't know what he wants yet. That would be like me asking you, okay, well, what do you intend to make for dinner? And you're like, make for dinner? It's breakfast and I haven't even gone grocery shopping yet. Okay. And so in terms of like what he wants out of this, what his intentions are, nothing. He's like where we are right now. Again, whether that's like talking or whether you guys are not talking, any minimal, I guess, energy exchange that you guys have, he's kind of like, I don't know anything beyond what we have right now. We are on talking terms. Okay. Yeah. Anything beyond what you have right now, that's it. He's like, this is where it stops. He's showing me the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. I am all confused. I don't even know what I want. And the Grimalkin is kind of like the card that is most aligned with your higher self if you take away fears and insecurities and all of that. So I'm literally asking his higher self, I'm like, what do you want? His higher self's like, I just want to feel stable and grounded. Beyond that, I don't know. I have no intention. So yeah, he really doesn't know what his intentions are right now. This kind of sucks. I'll tell you why, because when he's this confused, you will inevitably be confused as well. I don't see him sending mixed signals yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did, where it would be one day I want to work on this, one day I don't. One day I want a connection, one day I don't. One day I talk to you, one day I don't. He is still very, very confused. He is still trying to figure out like what he wants with you, what his intentions are with you. Oh, he told me he's trying to work through his obstacles so he can understand what this is between us. Yeah. I would say work through his obstacles a bit much. I don't see him working through anything. I see him still trying to figure out what those obstacles are, and also trying to figure out like what this is between the two of you or what he intends on it to be. But he's showing me the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. He's stuck right now. The energies are just stuck right now for him. Yeah, sorry, I wish I could give you more clarity, but he doesn't have clarity, which means neither I nor you will have clarity on this. Okay, let's take a look at our, oh my gosh, come on. There we go. Our next question it's our last question. Okay, Sonia. In romance, who should I trust and give my attention to? The Cancer or the Scorpio? Ooh, we love a side-by-side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I can't tell you should, would, whatever. I don't do that. What I will do is I will give Cancer's energy towards you, the main one, and I will pull Scorpio's energy towards you, the main one. And then we'll see, we'll clarify, and then you can decide who you should give your attention and trust to. So first of all, we're going to start off with Cancer. Give me one card for Cancer's main energy towards you, and then I will clarify it. Yes, I did Johanna already. This is my last question. This is for Sonia. Okay, give me one card for Cancer's main energy towards you. Ace Ace of Cups, new beginning in love. Okay, Cancer. Clarify this for me. Also love your rings. Oh, thank you. I'm actually working. These are samples. I'm working on like making these rings, manufacturing them. Words are hard today, but yeah, we're still working through the samples. Okay, Ace of Cups for Cancer, and give me 3 clarifiers. Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Okay, Cancer, you are positive out of positive. I love this. I'm going to clarify this in a minute, Sonia. I'm just pulling. I'll be sharing them on my Instagram and everything. Now give me, 1 card for Scorpio's main energy towards you. I definitely will. Oh. Okay. Not negative. I mean, we're going to have to clarify to see if this is, let's see. I don't want to say anything. Okay. Scorpio's energy is not as gung-ho, and I would even borderline say not as sure as Cancer. Cancer's like new beginning in love. I know this. I care about her. She cares about me. There is something he's a little bit confused about, which I'll clarify in a second. But Cancer is just like gung-ho, like we're starting, like this is a brand new beginning in love. I care about you. You care about me. I'm clear. I'm crystal clear. I know what I want. I know what this is. I know how I feel. Everything is clear for him. Also, 2 aces out of 4 aces in tarot. Super, super positive energies for any new beginning. Scorpio is more so like, well, I'm still healing. I don't know what the hell he's healing from. I don't know if this is with you or with somebody else. I have no idea. I'm still healing. And so when it comes to you, I'm still trying to figure out which direction I want to move in, right? I know I want to move in some direction with you, but I don't know which direction it is. It's kind of like, let's get in the car, let's start driving, and then as we drive, we'll figure out where we're going, right? This could be we're moving in the direction that you actually want to go in. This could be him moving in a completely opposite direction, right? But he still doesn't know what the F he wants. This is giving, and if I didn't see this card, I'd be like, okay, Scorpio, take your time, think about it. This card is really what kind of pissed me off, where I'm just like, he's like, you know what? I'm trying to figure out where we're going, but I'm not giving this that much attention. This is fun. This is exciting. This is playful. This is flirty. But that's all this is. There's not a single cup here. Whereas Cancer, 2 cups. Cups are all about emotions in tarot, right? And so that's what he's healing from. Lost his sister. I understand that. I'm sorry to hear that. But when it comes to you, Scorpio's energies are much messier. So you can decide who you should trust and who you should listen to. I would say if you're looking for clarity, certainty, and no games, Cancer is your guy or girl, whatever. If you're looking for, let's figure this out as we go along. I don't even know what I want yet either, and I'm open to maybe getting disappointed and also to keeping this very casual, keeping this in like the fun, playful, flirty, but no commitment side, then Scorpio's your guy. So yeah, I don't know which one you're kind of leaning more towards. Scorpio is also quite immature emotionally. He doesn't really deliver a lot on the emotional side. He's very childish, very much like in the shallow end of the emotional pool when it comes to expressing love, receiving love, investing in you romantically, emotionally. Very, very like, this is the kind of energy of like, we hang out, we're cool, we talk, we flirt. That's about it. Cancer's coming in with love, like actual emotion. So again, It really just depends what you're looking for. If you're not looking for commitment and not looking for any stability, I would go with Scorpio. If you're looking for clarity, stability, and any emotion, like you want more than just like a casual hookup or just to be friends or flirt, then Cancer's your guy. But yeah, Scorpio is giving messy. I just have to say, giving messy. If that works for you, cool. If not, I would not move in this direction. But yeah, I hope that gave you clarity. If you want to book a personal, send me an email because, girl, I've got like 20 more questions I would like to ask. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This reading will be live on YouTube with the timestamps in about an hour and a half. I just have to set the timestamps. So thank you again for tuning in.